Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. Welcome back, everybody. So, a lot of you guys actually supporting my channel throughout the years, putting those likes, putting that effort, and I really do appreciate that. And it's been a great year. It's about to come to an end. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. With that being said, we got some good news, and perhaps, that is a bad news for some people that are actually shorting it. So, Nvidia, right on my screen, what do you see, guys? A green candle. And as we speak, Nvidia actually breaking out over 136, 137, now trading near 140. So that is a breakout that is taking place right here on Nvidia. And we all know that if that 136 to 137 can hold, we get over 140. There is a trade that can actually take place, and I'll be the first one to take that trade if this thing actually holds right here. There is a trade up to 144 to 145, and possibly up to these all-time highs, 150 to 153-ish. So that is the next stop for Nvidia, as long as this breakout remains like a breakout going into tomorrow's session and the next day. Now, also, one thing to point out, sometimes we get fake breakouts. And if this is actually a fake breakout, we did not actually get that breakout to play out tomorrow, and we get that big dump off all the way down to like 126, you will know exactly that this was just popping its head just over this trend line and trying to get that breakout, but it was all a fake breakout to the upside, and it will come back. So we need a little bit more confirmation. I think that will come tomorrow and going into end of the week. As long as we're over 136, that is still bullish, and it can go up to 140, over 140, 144 to 145, up to 150, and then 153. To the downside, 136 gives up. Yes, that's going to be a fake breakout, and possibly this thing will pull back down to 132, 130, and then 126. Your key line in the sand on any pullback, it's going to break this trend line, and if that gives up, we might be going down all the way down to not only 118, 107. So quickly, I want to show you guys this chart right here on Tesla, and that is actually off of this monthly time frame. So it might look a little bit odd, but it's there, and you can see. I mean, it was just actually getting really coiled up right here, and then we got this massive breakout since the election. And now, I mean, yes, we got a bit of a retest, I can say, right here of that previous all-time high right here, and so far that is holding. So Tesla here, another stock, just back testing previous all-time high. If that can hold, yes, we can possibly go up to 500, but I'm not gonna buy too much into it. I think there is a more chance here of Tesla to get under 400. And if that happens, you can see right here, we got multiple rejection right here. We can come down to around 313 to maybe even 300. This level down here, you can see 299 or 300, I would say. And then maybe a retest of this breakout here can happen at some point. I'm not saying it's going to happen this week or this month or next month. That is a long way down unless there is really bad news. I mean, you're talking about 258 to 260. That is a long way down from 430. So, but it can surely play out. We can get that back test, that retest of that breakout from this a wedge right here. So that is something to watch right here on Tesla. But right now this thing was all over the place and still finished the day in the green, 2.27%. And I just wanted to show you guys on a different time frame, a different chart on a different platform, how things are playing out here on Tesla. So we're still gonna continue with Tesla a little bit more, up 2.27% today. But look at this dip buying here. We talked about it in my video in details that watch out right here. this 13-day moving average, and pretty much near these lows right here, 417 to 416. What happened? Well, again, the dip buyers came in and bought up the dip. Now, only thing that is actually not looking good on Tesla, we got high, lower high, new low, another lower high, another lower low, another lower high, and another lower low, even though we bounced back and now it's trading over 429. So going into tomorrow's session, and especially I think Wednesday market is closed for Christmas, and going into Thursday and Friday, watch out. If this thing remains over 429, can possibly push up to 441.56, and over that, watch out for a move up to 457 to even 486, and then we can talk about possibly 500, because a back test of this previous all-time high so far holding. Now if this thing takes out 429, then there will be support at 423, and then these lows down here 416. Underneath that level you will see 400, and then 20-day moving average 396, and then we can talk about much more downside here on Tesla. On Amazon, stock is flat on the day, and if you look at my screen, Amazon got a rejection from 226.41 off of this 13-day moving average, and now it's holding 225 as a support. Blue line 5-day moving average. So we have support here at 225. That gives up. We might be coming back down to 220, and then 216 down to this gap 214. To the upside, 225 can hold. We get that breakout over 226.41 over this orange line 13-day moving average. In that case, 230 possible right here on Amazon, and possibly even another fresh new all-time high. On Google, stock it's up 1.57%. So Google now trading over 193 and looks like even holding near 196. So as long as it's over 196, it can push up to 200 and possibly even another fresh new all-time high, which could be 205. Now to the downside, there will be support at 196. Looks like it's holding right there underneath that level 193, and then I would say 190 here. 13-day moving average, and only if that gives up, look out for 184 to 185 20-day moving average, and this is where it got rejection multiple times right here, so that's going to be a strong support to watch if there is a pullback that comes in within next few days. On AMD, it's up 4.52%. So I've been talking about AMD buying the dip, and I got quite a few dollars on AMD. I'm putting that money because this thing definitely looks like we're bottoming out. At some point, it's not confirmed that we bottomed out today, but looks like it's in a process to put in this bottom. And if that happens, we're getting a massive discount, 50% from the top. I mean, it was near like almost 115. So AMD definitely making a big move, but we're not out of the woods yet. Still on a downtrend. If this thing actually can hold over this 125.62 range, then possibly can move up to 132 to even 138 to close this gap. On a pullback, there will be support at 122, 118, and underneath that level right here at 115, all the way down to 110. So Netflix going up 0.26%. So this one on a mini downtrend right here. And let me just draw that trend line. I'm not going to do too much on it. You can see it's a mini downtrend right here on Netflix. And we're just bouncing back and forth right here and not quite getting a big breakout. So Netflix here, guys, if this thing can clear, I would say 916. This thing heading up for 936. This thing cannot clear 916 and breaks under 904. In that case, this thing can dump easily down to 867 to even 842. On Apple stock, another green day, 0.31%, and we're just inching towards that $4 trillion market cap. Now it's at $3.86 trillion. Now, Apple here, guys, you can see this big bullish engulfing candle, and now we're over that. So now your critical line in the sand will be 254 here on Apple stock. Underneath that level, there will be support at 252.22 and then 250. And then we also have 13-day moving average just below 250. So there is a lot of support unless this thing breaks under, I would say, this low 245, where this inclining 20-day moving average sitting. In that case, you're going to see a dump off down to 237. Until then, I mean, it's over 250, so that is just looking for more upside here on Apple, and that can happen all the way up to 258 to 260. in next few days if this thing can hold up here. Otherwise, it's getting a bit, overextended, disconnected from this 5-day moving average. We might get some sort of consolidation or a mini pullback down to 250 to 252 right here on Apple. Apple, there is no trade on Apple unless you're shorting and going pretty long. There is no good setups right here on Apple. Already ran so much, and I'm just waiting for a pullback to happen. I don't like to short Apple stock, especially if there is not really a big move in it. And so far, I mean, it's just consolidating here. We went up, came back, went back up to these highs again, hitting a brand new all-time high, but not really moving that much, where you can just open a short position and get paid right away. On a Microsoft, it's down 0.31%, and you can see we got up to this 20-day moving average, which is at 438. We came really close to it, got a rejection, came back, held 432. That gap fill now acting as a support 432. So you're line the same 432, that gives up 427 and then 420. If Microsoft can clear 438, we might have a chance for a move up to 443, and over that, this thing going back up to 451. On Meta, it's up 2.49%, so massive move here on Meta, and now it's over this trend line. So this was, I mean, it's just crazy how this thing is moving. We got the breakout. We also got the fake out to the downside. And now, I mean, look at this pump here. We got a look, we talked about it in my video. It could be a fake breakout or a look below and fell and trapping a lot of bears off a 50-day moving average. And now it's over 600. So Meta here looking good right here. And if this thing can clear this 5-day moving average, which is sitting pretty much exactly at 600, and the stock is also sitting exactly almost at 600. So as long as we're over 600, this thing can push up to 615 again, and over that we might be going back up to all-time highs, or at least retesting some of these all-time highs from before that we got multiple times right here last few weeks. Now, if this is just a dead cat bounce and we cannot stay over 600 and takes out 597 to 598, in that case, we'll be coming back down to 586, and that's going to be critical support right here on Meta 50-day moving average. If that gives up, this thing will likely to come down to right here 561 to 558, and then even 551. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys.